Hey, it's Scotty. I'm with Dice, and yesterday, Dice, I noticed his bottom tooth had an abscess. So I made an appointment for the vet, but okay, yeah, there. You see that? You see how when you squeeze, this pus is coming out? That means that something at the root of his teeth is infected. I was lucky enough to be able to get a vet appointment for tomorrow, but he has had issues. He probably hates the taste of that, so we're gonna go rinse that off with salt water real quick. I'm gonna hold him down so he doesn't drink the salt water, but we're gonna rinse that out. So I just used a 5 milliliter syringe. I just mixed a cup with salt water and just sucked it up. Now I tilted him forward and squirted it at his gum line because I don't want him drinking the salt water, of course, wouldn't be good for him. But you know how sometimes your dentist will say just gargle with salt water, like if you have a sore throat. It's the same thing. It's the best I can do for now. So let's talk about, how did I know to even look? Well, back up a couple weeks ago, and he was going through some GI stasis. He just really stopped pooping, and then a couple days after that, he developed some fairly bad diarrhea. And so I've been keeping a close eye on him, and actually I've been giving him critical care, and on and off been giving him some charcoal. He was on cisapride, which is a motility drug to help him poop. But he's been pooping fine and he's been eating fine, but I've just been keeping a close eye on him. And, you know, when you're syringe feeding, you're close to the mouth. And just yesterday in general, I don't know if I saw it or I felt it, but under here, I felt like there was a little bit of a lump. And so I just looked at him, you know, because normally guinea pigs, they don't have really pronounced chins. They've got a bottom lip, but it goes pretty much straight back. And I felt like his chin seemed a little more pronounced than normal. And so I just squeezed it, and that gunk came out yesterday. It took a whole day for it to develop more gunk. Last night I tried squeezing it, and nothing came out. He's still eating fine, but generally speaking, a tooth abscess like this, if left untreated, could cause enough pain and sensitivity that your piggy would stop eating, and then the cascading effect of tooth issues would happen. So basically, if they're eating less, then their teeth are still growing more, and his teeth will grow faster than the hay that he eats can wear them down. So if the front teeth become too long, then it's hard for him to chew, and then the molars will get too long, the molars will overgrow. Generally, you will notice this when your piggy starts losing a lot of weight, and if you feed them treats, the treats will crumble and fall out of their mouth like carrot, or they'll try to eat, but then they won't eat. And so it can be it can be challenging to get them back on track. So if tooth issues completely go untreated, then your piggy can end up having liver issues, possibly kidney issues, but just overall, you know, because they're starving, so their liver, they can get fatty liver disease. They'll need a series of medications to help repair their liver, but it is possible to completely repair the liver and fix the tooth issues and get your piggy back to 100%. But it is a challenge depending on how far this ends up progressing. Another thing that you would notice with extreme tooth issues, if your piggy can't close their mouth because their front teeth, they'll start to drool. And if they can't close their mouth and they're drooling, that can lead to dehydration. But also, if they can't chew very well, then their jaw muscles start to get weak. And so even when their teeth are corrected, it is hard for them to eat, and they have to build up back the strength. So let me just look closer. His teeth don't seem excessively long, and if you notice, he can close them because they're not touching. There's an overbite. If the teeth were really long, these teeth might come down, curl around, and poke his bottom teeth. But the fact that there's root sensitivity and infection in there, you can see that it's swollen there. So I think a course of antibiotics and possibly flushing with salt water is going to do the trick, but I'm grateful that I have a vet appointment tomorrow. So we will just wait and see what the vet says. So I'm going to stop this video now, and then tomorrow we're going to go to the vet, and I'm going to learn what I can. But I may need to give him some critical care today. So that's it. Let's go to the vet. So we made it to the vet, and what I suspected is the case. He's got a pretty deep root abscess, so we're going to try some antibiotics and then a anti-yeast medication that will hopefully keep his stomach from getting bad. So that's the anti-yeast one, and then will he also get the first dose of antibiotic? No.
I think that's gonna be a once a day thing, so they'll send it home for later.
Okay. Yeah. And should I do them at the same time, or?
Yeah, you can do them at the same time. Come
okay.
on,
Drink. Yeah, he's like that with critical care. Half of it goes on the towel.
There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll go get you your meds.
So that medication prevents the antibiotics from causing an upset stomach. And what happens is the antibiotics can reduce the good bacteria population in the stomach, and then bad yeast can take over. So what we want to do is prevent the bad yeast from taking over, and simultaneously we want to keep introducing good bacteria that would basically be through the critical care, even Benebac, but critical care has a wide variety of probiotic bacteria, and it's a lot cheaper and widely available too. I guess we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get my medication and check out, and then get back on the road, get back to those piggies. But I'll put my illness playlist here. You know, anytime there's a new illness with my piggies, I want to take that learning experience that I've had and share it with you guys. So that playlist is right there. Scroll through and see if there's something that you might benefit from. Until next time, on behalf of me and Dice, thanks for watching.